Good morning, YouTube. This is welcome to my channel, Maddie Makes, and I'm doing a quick video. Believe it or not, you guys, it's 6:41 in the morning, and I'm trying to get dinner on before I leave to go to work. I've been getting home late because my baby girl has been trying out. She has tryouts this week for volleyball, and it causes us to get home late because volleyball tryouts run kind of late. So today I'm going to put something in my crock pot to see, because I'm tired of getting home so late trying to figure out dinner for everybody else. With that said, let's get started. This is going to be really quick. I decided I'm going to make some scalloped potatoes and ham in the crock pot. That's not my normal way of doing it, but we're going to see how that turns out today. So let's see what we got going here. Some of this I already pre-did last night because I knew I wasn't going to have time to prepare everything this morning because I'm a late sleeper, okay? And one thing I forgot to put up here was some cheese, so I'm just grabbing some cheese. I always forget the cheese in my videos. Okay, so with that said, we have some ham. This was some pre-made ham that I got out of the grocery store. It was already cut up. It was 16 ounces. All I did was saute it a little bit in a little butter. Okay, that's all I did. And then we have about a cup and a half of sauteed onions, and then we have some celery, which was about 1 cup. Okay, all of this was sauteed in about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of butter. Okay, then over here we have our potatoes. I'm going to set this aside now that you know what we have. Okay, we have our potatoes. These were just some yellow gold potatoes. All right, I have four in our family, and I have 2 big guys, so I used a 5-pound bag of potatoes. Okay, and then this, I'm trying some new things. All right, I like cream of onion, so I'm putting that cream of onion in there from the Campbell's cream of onion, cream of chicken with herbs, and then I'm going to put this cheddar cheese in here. And with that, I'm going to add some regular sharp cheddar cheese. All I'm going to do, you're going to need a crock pot, is I'm going to layer this in the crock pot and put it on for 5 hours, and then I'll come back when I get home and show you the end result. But as you can see, I mixed all 3 cans of the soup. Okay, I just put them in here. I stirred them up. Now I did add it was a little bit thick for me, so I went ahead and added about a half a cup of milk in there to thin it out a little bit because I didn't want it to be so thick. Okay, and then I cut up some butter. So we have some butter chunks here, and then if you can see, I have my first layer of potatoes in my crock pot. Can you see that, you guys? Okay, I just put that down there. And so I like to layer, and that's what I'm going to do, is that I'm going to spend my time right now. Let me put this over for you a little closer. I'm going to move the butter over here, you guys. I like to layer, okay? So it's just easier than trying to put all this stuff in here and then stir. First thing is I have some sea salt. Salt is your preference, okay? But potatoes need salt to me. So we have a little salt on that layer, and then we have a little bit of pepper on that layer, okay? That's just your personal preference. And then I'm gonna start layering. I'm gonna sprinkle some of the ham in there. It's just that simple, you guys. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some of the onions in there, caught a few pieces of ham, and a little bit of the celery, okay? I'm even gonna take and put a layer of the soup mixture on there, okay? And I'm gonna just stir that a little bit. This bottom layer, I don't want it to burn at the bottom, so see how I'm just stirring it? It's easier to stir this way, you guys, than to stir a whole pot. Okay, now I'm going to add some butter. Okay, just gonna put 1 pat there. One other tip I want to give you is to cut the potatoes kind of chunky, you guys, because they're going to sit in here for about 5 hours and you don't want them to overcook. So now we start with another layer of our potatoes, and we keep repeating. We're just going to repeat layers the way we did them before. We're gonna add our little salt, and be careful with the salt because you know whenever you have canned stuff, these canned products have a lot of salt in them. So yeah, you got to be careful about that. You don't want to oversalt. Plus the processed ham has a lot of salt in it, so be careful, okay? You just want a little bit.
Enhance the flavor of the potatoes. We go in with our ham again, and then we go in with our sauteed onions, and then some celery.
On this layer, I'm gonna put some cheese. I don't like cheese on the bottom just because, you know, I think I don't want it to burn. So I'm gonna put the cheese on this layer right here. Okay? And then again, we're gonna come up and top it with this soup sauce. That's all we're doing, you guys. Okay? I'm just gonna kind of stir that out.
Keep going.
And if you notice, remember we had a bowl full of potatoes with in water. Y'all don't forget to drain the water off. You don't want the water.
Just a little. So we kind of fill our base water, and then we're going to do our pepper again. And then we're going to add the remainder of our veggies that y'all don't judge my plate, okay? It's an old plate. And I'm not trying to pretend otherwise. And that's not dirt, that's just a stain from over the years. Okay? So we add the last of our stuff here, our vegetables.
Add the last of the butter, and I used about a half a stick of butter, you guys, in this recipe. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add the remainder of that soup sauce. Everything I got left in the bowl is going in here. And we're going to see when I get home from work today, this evening. It's going to sit in the crock pot for about 5 hours. My college kid is home. Didn't go back to school, to campus-based school. He's here virtually. So I'll have him turn it off in about 5 hours. I can set it for time hours, but it goes to warm, and I don't want it to overcook. So I'm going to put this in my crock pot for 5 hours. And when I come home, I will let you guys see the end result, okay? And this is just me wanting to clean up the edges a little bit because it's a little bit messy from me. That's what it kind of looks like. We're gonna see what it kind of tastes like when I get home today, okay? All right, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you back here this evening. Okay, YouTube family, this is Maddie Makes again. As promised, I told you today that I had to go to work. When I got back, we see what was in the crock pot with our crock pot scalloped potatoes and ham. Sorry, my son just came in here and making noise. And this is what I came home to. It's all done. And what I'm going to do now, I wanted you to see what it looked like, okay? And I'm going to taste it to be able to tell you, because I set a little bit aside because it was really hot. It's really hot. And I want to taste it and tell you what it tastes like. Very good. Let me get my son to try it.
Oh, you was talking all that stuff, but now you want me to participate.
I do. I want you to tell my YouTube family what you think about it. Honestly.
I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty much just scalloped potatoes.
Scalloped potatoes. Absolutely. So that's what we wanted to do, is go for something that...
Need some salt, though.
Son says it needs some salt.
And pepper.
This is what it looks like, you guys. Try it. Let me know how you liked it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you like the things that I'm doing on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Thanks, you guys. See you next time.